What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick from our OK Music Review, back once again to talk about some news. And that big news is, I would say probably the biggest news in K-pop of the year, at least when it comes to like the fans and new releases and stuff like that. And that is the fact that 21, who has, I guess they disbanded, although technically not really, because they are coming back one last time to release a goodbye song, which of course is a good thing because they've been gone, they've been on indefinite hiatus for a couple of years now. CL's been doing her own thing, which is of course giving fans the feeling that 21 isn't really a thing. They're just they're just a side project for YG at the moment. I mean, basically just at the very least, not even getting into all of the different aspects and the reasons why people are feeling this way. It's just basically 21 has been gone for so long and out of people's minds for so long that the fans are just have got the feeling that, well, 21 has been treated poorly and the fans have been treated poorly, and this right here is the very least that YG can do for the fans. Also, I guess too, for the group, as a way to give them a good way of ending their career, instead of just with 2 years of inactivity, which I think is good. You should at least end your career with a song instead of being like, well, we were just in hiatus for 2 years. One of our members was going off on solo trying to conquer North America, and well, that's it. We're done. Because that's kind of shitty, and that's a little, obviously that left a bitter taste in many people's mouths when that whole thing happened. So that's it's awesome overall. I mean, it's great news if you're a fan of 21, or you're just I guess a fan of K-pop in general, because it's kind of sad for me, even though I'm not a fan of 21 in any way, to just be like, well, the group is finished, they're done, and they're just going out without even saying anything really, other than they had a stage at the end of the year show in 2015. It was a year ago. They made a surprise appearance on one of those end of the year shows, and that was it. That's all we've heard from them in that time. So I'm happy that they're getting a chance to release another song. But what this does is, what this has prompted, is like a thought, or just the general idea and the discussion, right, that I would like to get started, or that I would like to, potentially have with some people down in the comments. And that is what is coming up next for YG Entertainment? So 21 is gone. Big Bang, who knows exactly what's going to happen with Big Bang, but they got members who are going off to the military this year, and I mean, the Big Bang's not going to make a full group comeback for a very long time, if ever again. So what is the future of music going to be at YG Entertainment? They've got Winner, who knows exactly what's going on with Winner. One of their members left because he had mental health issues, and that's a sad thing. So it seems that Winner is dead in the water, that they're very least stagnant and not going anywhere. Who knows if they're ever going to release another song or not? I haven't seen anything. Like I said, nobody knows. It just feels they're locked in that YG dungeon that people hate and talk about all the time. And then you've got iKON, who is also super, they're a really popular group, but they haven't released music particularly frequently. And at least from my exposure to the group and all of that, I get the sense that maybe they're super duper popular in Korea, which I definitely think is the case, but they could be, their popularity and their notoriety abroad amongst international fans could be so much better. I think definitely iKON at the moment, considering that Winner is, I'm just assuming that they're being held hostage until something happens before they can release another song, but iKON is the next shot that YG has got, as far as active groups that I know about, to be the group to fill the space that the group Big Bang has got and is going to leave for the next couple of years. But what exactly is YG doing to make that happen, to make them a worldwide phenomenon like Big Bang was? I don't really know. They haven't released enough music, in my opinion, to really do that, to keep people's interest, beyond the couple of months that they're promoting on stage and stuff like that. Because people have, just in general, whatever it is that you're talking about, people have, a short attention span, especially when, they're not like, a hardcore supporter of a group or just a thing in general. People forget, and then, it takes another release, another time they get pushed into the spotlight once again for people to notice. So I think iKON needs to promote more frequently than they have been, and I'm hoping that 2017 and next year even is really, or those are the 2 years that YG's got planned for iKON to actually do big things. The one group that seems to actually be doing good things and going places at the moment is, of course, Blackpink. That's like the most popular, they were the most successful, basically like rookie group or girl group to make their debut when they released their first 2 songs with their first album. And that's awesome. I mean, Blackpink is doing spectacularly well. And I don't see how YG can mess this up, but people kind of think that like YG messes everything up. So it's definitely a possibility that whatever the good role that Blackpink is on could be finished. And of course, people are like, Blackpink is, 21 2.0. Just in general, they are the successor to 21. They're going to follow in their name. At least they're going to take that spot as the top girl group at YG. That's just the way that things are. But that also brings me to the question, the consideration as to what's going to happen with Akdong musician Lehigh and even Psy. Because I know Psy is like spectacularly popular in Korea. He is like super, super crazy, popular and stuff. Maybe the last couple of years it hasn't been as the heights that it was, a few years ago, but he definitely has he's made a name for himself. He's popular, he's well known, right? So at least domestically, Psy makes the money. Lehigh, again, before her previous album that she released, she'd been gone for like a year and a half or something like that, I would assume, and I think pretty obviously working on, her talent, just, training and growing as a singer and a performer, and we got the spectacular album that we got from that because of all of that work that she done. So just, it would be awesome, as I'm sure like a lot of people would be thinking to, or would be a feeling to see her continue that with another release this year, another album, another single, like two releases this year, and that would be awesome to see her continue that. Akdong Musician, again, a group that was in the same, way that Lehigh was, where they released their first couple of songs, and then they went away for a little while, I presume to, like, again, refine their skills and just get better at being performers. And they've made a comeback the middle of last year, I think it was. They've just recently released another song and music video for people to, to watch and enjoy. And I think maybe Akdong Musician's starting to get rolling once again. That's just, it's too soon, of course, to say, because who knows exactly how that's going to work. But those I think that as of, who I'm familiar with, those are the 3 groups and 3 people who are really like the future of YG that I think that they should probably maybe consider promoting a little bit more to, of course, increase their just reputation, whether that's domestically or abroad. Because, Lehigh as a solo singer could definitely rake in the cash. She could be super duper popular. But, of course, all of that stuff that I want is, or what I think is right is, of course, me as a fan. I don't know anything about what is right for YG as a business or what is right for the individual members of these groups. I don't have any of that consideration. All of this is just coming from the perspective of a selfish K-pop fan and what I think is the appropriate thing to do and the appropriate action. But, of course, I made this video, or this little last half of this video, to kind of like discuss where this leaves YG and to ask you, this is the question of the video, by the way, ask you what you would think YG Entertainment should do. What is the future of this company after basically Big Bang and 21 are gonna, pack up their bags and go away for a little while. 21 forever, Big Bang, who exactly knows? But so whatever your thoughts and opinions are, like what groups need to come out, what does YG need to do with more of, do they need to debut another group even? Just whatever your thoughts and opinions are on this, I want to know down through in the comments, of course, or through social media. I got links to, Twitter and Facebook and stuff in the description box, so expand that up and click on those links to talk to me over there. I'm really interested to hear what you people think about just the future of YG at the moment, because they're in a really interesting, I think, transitional phase from, you know, the big groups that we know and love who've been around for a while, and new groups who were just born in the last year or two. So I'm interested to see how things go and what you think. So like I said, leave some comments, hit me up on social media, just click all the links down in the description box, and that's going to be it. So as always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.